Hello, my fellow nerds, and welcome to the Nerd Empire. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today, and I hope you all will enjoy today's reaction video. With that being said, let's get right into it, shall we? Next video we have here is by Hey, and it is called "The Modern Audience is Very Mad at Marvel Rivals." Now, I can only guess as to why they're mad at Marvel Rivals, and that's probably because how the female characters look. But let's see what this is about.
So Rivals just released the Season 7 trailer, including the new characters Black Cat and White Fox coming to the game. And the Twitter police are offended that Black
I know Black Cat, but I don't know, what is it, White Fox?
Cat is lore accurate to her comics. In other words, she's a well-endowed woman. Oh my gosh, how offensive, how problematic.
So they're mad that they decided to be lore accurate for how Black Cat looks. Have none of them seen how she looks in the comics? She like Hey just said, she's very well endowed, she's very well proportioned, and she's fucking hot. I don't think it's just the modern audience. I think it's just modern women that have a problem.
We'll take a look at their complaints, of course, but this is also reminiscent to the beginning of Rivals, when people on Twitter and Reddit, these modern audience types, were similar.
I don't think I've ever heard of White Fox before. No, none of them have ever read nor seen a single comic. Look at that ass. Look at those hips. Yeah, I've never read comics or anything. I've never picked up a single one, but even I know that how lore accurate Black Cat is. White Fox, however, I've actually never heard of. And I've heard of quite a few Marvel and DC superhero and villains.
Complaining about the female character designs, and especially you might recall when Sue Storm was released as Invisible Woman and received the Malice skin, to which there was immense rage. Now, of course, it's well known in the Rivals community that the devs do seem to enjoy leaning into this, that being the well-endowed women that they have in the game, and lots of Rivals players are very well aware of this, and they go on to meme about it. So there's a big difference. Let's establish this right now. There's, of course, a big difference between acknowledging
Ahoy, ahoy, finally free to get back to watching streams. Hello, Dot.
that and memeing about it versus actually being genuinely offended and crying on twitter.com or Reddit. That takes us over to this tweet with almost 10,000 likes.
Look at that pose. Damn that ass. The angles are so intentional, and I'm here for it. Fun fact, the other channel you went to is now gone. Are you talking about the other Shiver channel I went to? No, it's still there. I still see it. You just gotta type in just Shiver. Oh, yeah, it just says the channel doesn't have any content. The channel itself still exists.
That goes on to read, the way Marvel Rivals portrays its female characters will always keep me from wanting to actually play the game.
Here's the thing, dumbass. Pretty much every single one of Marvel and DC's females are pretty much like this. They're well proportioned and hot. So it's just, I don't know why these people are complaining. They all need to go and look at the comics, and they'll see that the vast majority, like, 90 to 98% of all the female characters within Marvel and DC are all pretty well proportioned and, have curves and are fucking hot. I mean, Black Cat isn't the fucking only one. I'm sorry, we're not going to put these characters just to fit your, just to satisfy your fragile fucking ego, but this is how they are. This is how they've been for decades.
Oh gosh, what are the devs going to do? That's horrible news for them. Oh no. However, the OP is getting destroyed in the quote tweets and responses. For example, this one that goes on to reply to the OP
Yeah, there you
with
go.
evidence and saying, you cannot make that argument with the character who's always been depicted this way in the comics, LMAO. That takes us over to the subreddit Marvel Rivals Queens, where they are also complaining about this. But hold on a second, what exactly is the subreddit Marvel Rivals Queens anyway?
They'd only be happy if Big Bertha got put in. Oh, God.
Well, according to them, it is the OG Marvel Divas and Queens, a community for the queens, the he's, the she's, the theys, and everyone in between to enjoy and discuss Marvel Rivals. This is a safe space created for LGBTQ people, women, and anyone else who feels unwelcome in gaming spaces. Why do they have to make it so cringe sounding? Oh my gosh, it's so pretentious. But anyways, this post that we're returning to says, "Call me woke, but am I the only one insanely bothered by this shot alone?" So the shot comes from the trailer when she's balancing.
I mean, look at that shot. It's so nice. With power of super bulimia. Okay, wait, I don't know which came first, or hang on, let's see, because I want to know if Catwoman or Black Cat is older. Okay, Catwoman is older, that in 1940, and Black Cat came in 1979. So I'm curious to know, like, isn't Ruka, hello, all the best of great. Hello, Ruka, and thank you. Isn't Black Cat like Marvel's version of Catwoman? I mean, I can see a lot of similarities. I mean, the way they are. But that was like my thought process. It was like, isn't Black Cat like Marvel's version of Catwoman?
On that wire, and you know what, sure, you could argue it looks a little bit awkward, and personally I do like the white fox design more. I like the suit and everything, it's got a classy vibe going on. But again, these people just sound so obnoxious, and it actually gets even worse because the whining in the replies is off the charts. This game has always had possible deniability. Okay, yeah, it's definitely the right terminology there, with quote-unquote comic accuracy. But this season,
one of the characters I don't know if they were comically accurate. Ruka, Erica, I can't read that part because I think it's Japanese. But Ruka, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Nerd Empire. The only one I don't know if it's comically accurate is Squirrel Girl. I don't know if they exaggerated her curves, because I think Squirrel Girl isn't as filled out as she is in Marvel Rivals. I think that's probably the only one that's probably exaggerated when it comes to the curves.
is really pushing it and making the Gooner game allegations worse. How you freaking escape the absolute troglodytes my post about this image brought out is beyond me. This is the single most misogynistic image I've seen in months, and me trying to talk about it set some of these frickers on a mission to trash on me endlessly. When they said this would be the gayest season, and I saw this, then went, quote, "This is for straight men," unquote. So that person makes it sound like
straight men, straight women, lesbians, all of them love these girls. All these love these women. She had a varied design over the years. More recently, she's been tomboyed. Oh, okay. Yeah, Squirrel. I don't know much about Squirrel Girl.
like the they in that context is the devs, or at the very least some sort of NetEase employee, right? But that's not the case at all. No one from NetEase said this would be the gayest season, because here's what actually happened. A Canadian gaming journalist named Miller Ross, who even writes for notorious activist outlet PC Gamer, had this clip of him posted that says Miller Ross has confirmed Season 7 will be the gayest season of Marvel Rivals so far, and a 7-second clip of Miller Ross saying this.
Why is 7 the gayest? We'll have to have that conversation after you know who's in it.
So that's literally it. The rest of the clip is just silence. But now you have Redditors and activist outlet The Gamer also running with this.
Oh, she is buffed
saying
hard.
stuff like on.
I didn't. Same team as Big Brother. I can't really comment on anything when it comes to Marvel Rivals. I played maybe like an hour or two of it when it first came out, but I'm not really much for hero shooters. I mean, I got bored of Overwatch pretty damn quick as well. So I can't really comment much on anything other than what the characters look like because I don't really play the game. So the looks are pretty much the only thing I can comment on. Squirrel Girl got very thickened up recently just prior to the game. Perhaps in prep of the game, she mostly had normal proportions. Okay. The factory of cake.
Unless we're all getting queer baited, it sounds like Marvel Rivals is finally getting some more.
When I saw Squirrel Girl, my first thought was she's probably about as thick as Mai from or May. Is probably about as thick as May from Overwatch.
Our LGBTQ plus rep. Look at this. They go on to write, today we got our first look at White Fox and Black Cat in Rivals. White Fox doesn't have a confirmed sexuality, but in her previous appearances across different media, Black Cat, aka Felicia Hardy, is bisexual. Now that alone wouldn't be much, but this comes at the same time we were told that season...
Wait. White Fox doesn't have a confirmed sexuality. Who the fuck cares? Why do these people care so goddamn fucking much about their fucking sexuality? It doesn't make the character any worse or better. It doesn't do anything. It's so fucking stupid. It's goddamn retarded.
7 would be the gayest season of Rivals yet. So fans have started to connect the dots, and many are getting their hopes up. Many are getting their hopes up. Yeah, okay, journalists. The only thing many are getting their hopes up for in the context of Season 7 is better game balancing. Let me also point out where this journalist says that Black Cat being bisexual alone wouldn't be much. There's already an issue in the LGBT community with bisexual hate from other LGBT people and like bisexual erasure. And that phrasing is really not helping this already prevalent issue. But I think what they're getting at is they're not going to be happy if Rivals adds characters that are canonically in Marvel Comics LGBT. They want to see like actual intimate acts, intimate sexual acts.
They got to feel that their own feelings are verified. Who the fuck cares? If they're straight, gay, bi, who the fuck cares? Just is the character cool? Does it look good? Does it play well? Those are the only things that really matter. Bro, let me send a small meme to express how much cake Squirrel Girl has. If the fantasy character represents what they feel, then they are... that's just... If that way of thinking for them is so fucking retarded.
In game, and it's like, dude, this is a hero shooter. Come on. The same people that are going to get mad at Gooner skins being in game are going to demand that there's actual like on-screen gay sexual acts. It's like, dude, do they even hear themselves? Journalists like this and those Redditors we took a look at a moment ago are the exact sort of people dragging the LGBT community down, and this has all been a pretty good example of that. Ever since Rivals released, couch activists have been complaining. Look at this one. Can't
get into Marvel Rivals without sexualized the female characters are. Have you seen Overwatch? I guarantee you the majority of Overwatch's population is directly linked to the Overwatch porn there is. If it wasn't for the Overwatch porn, the majority of their popularity would probably be non-existent.
Get into Marvel Rivals with how sexualized the female characters are. I already know how the majority of you here will react, and I don't care. Oh, I'm just going to take time to tell you how much I don't care and make this whole post, but sure, bro. Before anyone harps comic accurate designs, there are responsibilities and choices creators and artists make when producing for society. Oh my gosh, I was just talking about how obnoxious these people sound, and that is actually one of the most obnoxious things I've read today.
I think the majority of us appreciate it more when they stick to lore or comic or whatever accurate looks the character is, because that's how we want them to look. We want them to be actually accurate to their original design. We don't want any of your worldview takes into their design. We want an actual accurate design of the character.
My gosh. Especially when we go back in time to adapt problematic representation that were okay back then. We already practiced correcting racist or homophobic depictions, fixing the offensive and harmful caricatures that affected specific groups of people. We understand we interact together and how we influence each other, how art and entertainment adds and is affected by culture and politics. We understand how misrepresentation isolates those groups of people and influences/justifies their mistreatment. So instead of a fresh take or fixing the already problematic designs, Marvel reinforces them. You do understand that this game's made by NetEase, right? I swear these people don't even know what they're talking about most of the time. Well, let's finish. The female character designs are disappointing, especially Sue Storm's Malice skin. Oh, there we go. Talked about that earlier, actually in the intro, how these people would complain about that.
Actually, what does her Malice skin look like? I can't... Let me see here. Sue Storm's Malice skin. Oh, that one. Okay. For those wanting to know, here. This is her Malice skin, apparently. They have a problem with this, I guess. I'm guessing it's probably because it's too revealing for the hips or whatever fucking retarded shit they have for an excuse of.
A reach when she has other adaptable costumes. That doesn't make it a reach. What do you mean? It's pretty much just like her comic one is. There's some differences, obviously, but like her having other costumes to pick doesn't make the Malice skin a reach. That's not even how you use that terminology. Out of all the choices I felt most comfortable with, Squirrel Girl, who is still juiced up compared to her original design, like the other women. Gaming can be tiring for us because this is the norm. I just want to play as a super. The boys don't have to be sexualized to convince us to play, but it would be very nice if it's done to the gals. Huh.
The boys don't have to be sexualized? Are you kidding me? God, that is the worst argument you can have. The men are sexualized as well. Not to the extent that the women are, but they are still sexualized.
Somehow this is controversial to say, since everyone plays the game. Why is only one specific group sexualized and isolated, even when we know how marginalized the group already is? Edit. This is why I post here. Y'all make women feel like they have to go to girl gamers, LMAO. Nah, the culture here versus there is palpable. Yeah, for the record, there's a lot of men in Rivals that are also sexualized. And that's been becoming more and more the case as well. So to be fair, that post is a year old. It wasn't as much the case back then.
Thank you, Kuda. Thank you very much. Well, even if you did, I would have muted in the voice chat anyways. Because I'm not doing it when I'm not muted.
But even back then they were. So for this person to dismiss all of that as if it's not happening when it was, is just a very clear bias, and it seems like they're just trying so hard to whine about something. You want to talk about reaching. This post is a reach. A reach for the sake of like whining about something on Reddit. It doesn't get much more low than that. Anyways, in closing, I will once again restate that I do actually prefer the White Fox design significantly more than the Black Cat design, but
I do like how White Fox looks. It's very sophisticated, and I don't know. There's something more attractive about it than Black Cat's attire. I don't know. There's something about the suit.
these people sounded so cringe. Oh gosh. Let me know what you guys think about the latest news here. Thank you for tuning in. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. So rival.
All right. Well, yeah, it's just I don't understand the logic behind these people. They're so fucking retarded. Oh my god, the women are being sexualized. So? It's not like the men are never sexualized. You don't hear us complaining about it. Well, that is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give a like and subscribe. I post videos 3 to 5 days a week. here. I also post videos over on my other channel for gaming as well, so please make sure to give that a look-see, see if you enjoy that as well. I also stream anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week as well. Links to all my social medias will be on my YouTube page. And with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.